Well, I think there's no doubt that the West would like to replace the current leadership of Serbia as they replaced
Hmm.
Yanukovych in Ukraine in 2014 with the coup d'etat. And I think they have full ambitions of doing this again. And this was the starting point. This was an attempt to ignite this fire that they hoped they could accelerate and bring in the same Maidan assassins, snipers,
Hmm.
drugged up contractors and drama workers and lunatics like we've just seen that came over from America that most recently tried to assassinate President Trump. These are the orcs, the zombies that the West wants to unleash into the Serbian theater of operation to discredit and overwhelm the leadership, to try and arouse the majority of the people to get behind the momentum of this, even though they may not know why or have animosity. But once a small group penetrates an area of conflict, it can quickly spread into something much larger. There's a mob mentality, and that's the danger of these small Western provocateurs and NGOs that are often masquerading intelligence agencies and used to deploy spies and mercenaries into theater.
Hmm.
This is what their modus operandi is: to flood in a small group of provocateurs, to transform discontent into a larger regime change, government overthrow, coup d'état, and then use that to drive a American NATO agenda closer to the heart of Russia. This is what they did in 2014. This is what they've done with Zelensky. And this is precisely why Russia had to step in and extinguish this fire in its special military operation, which it has been absolutely successful at. And I think that's another lesson. Russia has to be absolutely uncompromising, ruthless, and victorious in prosecuting its special military operation. And it has to end with the removal of Zelensky by any means necessary. It has to immediately begin stopping every railroad train, every plane, every boat, every shipping container that comes into Ukraine because of the weapons they're trying to smuggle in. And Russia needs to completely crush this regime during the dead of night and winter so that what emerges in spring is a wasteland. And that lesson will be taught upon every European and Western person that once something like that is initiated against Russia, the inevitable end will be Russia's annihilation of its enemy, and it will not back down. It won't back down to Joe Biden or Ken Starmer or Emmanuel Macron or Olaf Scholz or any of these other beta male androgynous eunuchs that have never served in a military uniform, have never been in a conflict, but are playing war as if it's a game. Well,
Hmm.
I think that's another lesson Russia needs to teach them. This is a game that Russia will not lose. It cannot lose, and the West will lose if it's not wise enough to stop.